Good afternoon, and welcome to another compromised version of Diatribes from the Voice of Doom. Now, here's your complacent and compliant host, Voice of Doom. Hello. Alright, I haven't done a diatribe in a few days because I've been lethargic. I remember my old days as a sloth a few billion lifetimes ago, and I miss those days. Sometimes I just like to lay around for 23 hours out of the day and forage for the other hour. Now, I'm trying to work up a lather, work up some fury in order to expound on my subject today, but I just don't have the energy for it. After a while, you just get used to the madness and realize that getting infuriated about it doesn't do any good for anybody. And as you know from watching my diatribes over the last 2 years, I've been trying to master my mind, which is very difficult because it not only includes your daily habits, but includes mastering your emotions, not letting things make you angry, and not necessarily allowing yourself to be in despair. Or not saying that negative emotions have their place, but I want to be in control of my negative emotions, and I don't want to just wallow. So I will talk about the latest shenanigans going on in the world. And specifically, I'm going to talk about the political landscape of what used to be the United States, which is now a barren wasteland covered with malignant bacteria. Now, we had a government, and I guess we still do, and they're tribal, and they will fight to the death for their side. They will do everything they can to stymie and sabotage the other side. And that's why you see what we have today in this so-called country, which is no longer a country. We have nothing but hatred and vileness and debauchery and behavior that's makes Sodom and Gomorrah look like a Jehovah's Witness church. Okay? I've been going through YouTube and I'm getting sick of it because the blatant sin, evil, debauchery is a good word. I've got to look up in my thesaurus for synonyms so I can be more colorful to describe the absolute evil with impunicity that people are propagating on this so-called planet. Now, this is the thing. We know Petri Dish and his whole family is corrupt to the bone. In fact, go into the bone and into the molecules within the marrow to the very core. And he's a monster, okay? Come on. It's not bandy words anymore. They're all monsters. They have used their position in what used to be the United States to enrich themselves, and they feel entitled to it, and they're absolutely arrogant and put on airs of how could you say such a thing if anybody confronts them with slightest thing. They have an apparatus known as the media, giving every excuse in the book for what's happening. The hearings are political stunts. They're a waste of time and money. We don't care what you found. We don't believe you. We would much rather you spend $10 billion discussing why a certain piece of paper was out of place in Orangey's house. That's what you need to spend your money on, not the absolute Saturnarian size of corruption and crimes of Petri Dish, his family, and everyone in that ilk. And we can talk about the Clintons, we can talk about the Pelosi's, and we can talk about the lizards and the skin bags. They're all evil, and everybody should see it. Now, I was browsing through the radio station, listening to talk radio, and I get snippets and snappets of theories. So I'm not going to claim this as mine, but I will disseminate it. What is going on that this world is absolutely heading down into the abyss with no return, and absolutely irreparable foobar, effed up beyond all repair. No coming back. Don't say 24, we're going to get Orangey back in and he's going to solve all our problems. Oh yeah. That's one reason I'm kind of looking forward to hoping there will be a 24, so I can see what happens when Orangey gets reelected. Oh, that's going to be great. Can you imagine in your head now, after all that's happened over the last 8 years, 6 years now, but 8 coming, how the massive lefty, Gen Z, wokesty, whatever, satanic entities are going to react if Orangey is reelected. They will start impeachment hearings immediately over the oath of office that he takes. He said it wrong. He didn't repeat it correctly. Now, why is all this happening with no reaction? No one cares. We're all too busy paying our gas bill and our water bill, trying to scrape up money for that to care about the big picture. Why? Does no one care? Well, I just told you why. We're all distracted by all kinds of crap. Hardly anybody probably pays attention to the fact that they have a mountain of evidence against what used to be a president, is now a Petri dish, to convict him 50,000 times over. And now I'm hearing from the oversight or whatever idiot panel they have, oh, we'll be interviewing Grandma Garland in September. So July, August, September. And then they're going to interview Grandma, who's going to tell all the truth about everything. They'll get to the bottom of everything. No, they'll catch Grandma in 50,000 perjurious statements and do nothing about it. Because that would infuriate the lefty tribe, and then there'd be riots. Why don't people do anything? Okay, I don't know. I've already said why. Now what's happening? This is it. I'll end it with this. It's going to be a short one. This is a theory I heard from somebody that the powers that be, the top echelons, the people that never die, Kissinger, Soros, what have you, the CFR, and the Bilderbergers, and whoever else is in that stupid-ass clan, want to incite rebellion by the common clay. And the common clay are just too bored to do it. They're not going to put their life down on the line for a wasteland of bacteria. Why should they? I mean, what are they trying to save? The elitists want rebellion, and they've been doing everything they can, pulling out every stop in the world. Naked men marching in public parades, drag queens twerking in elementary schools, actually happening. So don't say, oh, you're using the truth against us, and that's libelous. Things are actually happening, and to comment on it, you're a hater and a phobe. And it's madness, and it's beyond madness. When I say that, I mean I'm not happy to go outside half the time because I'm afraid that there's too many insane people out there. Who knows what they're going to do. But the elitists want rebellion, the elitists want an uprising, the elitists want an insurrection. They got a reasonably colorful demonstration on January 6th of 21, and they wanted it to happen. They made it happen. They allowed it to happen, and they made big hay about it happening, thinking that that'll teach the insurrectionists. But no, they wanted more insurrection. That's why they didn't give any of those people their habeas corpus and just chucked them all into prison without any food or water because they were in the Capitol and they're not allowed to be there. The elitists want a huge rebellion, an insurrection where militias and Minutemen and good old boys and flag-wearing patriarchs and conservative people of color who are going to be very powerful because they're the only ones that can say the truth. Somebody like me can't say the truth because of my complexion. I'm a dirty white patriarch, white supremacist. These black conservatives on YouTube, they say things like they are because they can say it, just like they can say certain words that we can't say. I won't mention the word. I don't even want to say the letter anymore. And if you notice on YouTube, I'll get back to what the guys are doing, but if you look at YouTube, there's so many bleeped words now because they can't say them. They can't say the R word, they can't say the N word, they can't say the V word, they can't say the G word. They can't say any of that without YouTube, calling them out. Okay, I'm going to end it now by saying they want a rebellion so that they can clamp down once and for all. Do I have to elaborate on that? They want all the people that still think that this landmass is salvageable. They want them to rise up in mass and rebel. Even if it means killing people, do it. Please do it so that we can arrest you all and put this whole thing to bed once and for all. And then we will release the pandemic that will kill 6 billion people. Or we will release the bombs that will kill 6 billion people while we're in our shelters. So there's the truth for you. I'll leave it there. I don't want to make it that long because I got things to do. And I think I said quite a bit, don't you think? I'm kind of more alert at this time of day, so I wanted to get one in. And I'll talk to you next time. I forgot to talk to you about the microcosm. I'll do that tonight. All right. Enjoy the day and enjoy this.